All right, we're back. It's the RAN1 Radio Show. We got in the studio with us here today. We have, as usual, is the appetizer aficionado.
What's going on?
Kool-Aid. And I got my buddy here with me, who's the owner of. You want to introduce yourself? Or you want me to bring you in? What do you? I mean, it's Angry Joe Coffee.
Bring me in. I need an intro.
It's we have the owner. It's Paul. I don't know how to pronounce your last name.
Tabone.
Okay.
And the middle name is It's Time.
It's time, Paul. It's
time.
motherfucking time. Tabone Johnson.
Holy shit.
Oh my God. He just showed us a tattoo. You have your phone. Get a picture of that so we can put that up on the show.
Yeah, I get it. Wow.
Yeah, we gotta have him stand up.
Fucking
your headphone wire reach?
beast of a man, dude.
It's time to bone. That's awesome.
That shit is hysterical.
So we're just gonna do. We're just gonna we're gonna keep it normal. With our normalcy, how we always talk about everything we talk about. Current affairs.
Yeah, I might need a little more length on the earphone.
On the earphone
wire.
things. All right.
Yeah.
Engineer, can you get this guy some wire length, please, an extension cord or something?
Check on the way, boss.
But yeah, so we're just going to talk about some stuff. But I want to talk about him. You have a product that's it's your product, right? It's your brainchild. It's your all the way through and through.
I've been told that I'm a genius.
Slide me that empty bottle. I don't want to. I want to look at that.
Yeah, there we go. Been told I'm a genius.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's
Actually, I've never been told that. Never.
You've never been told. No one's really.
That makes two of us. That makes two of us, bro.
Damn, that makes three of us. So I mean, I'm holding it in my hand, and you'll be able to see it in the video. I got them placed in front of the camera over there, but it's Angry Joe, and I have cold brew. You do regular coffee beans.
Yeah, comes in whole bean ground coffee, K-cups, and then the bottled cold brew as well.
K-cup, that's for the Keurig machines.
Yes.
So and then the cold brew.
Now officially 2.0 compatible.
Oh, was that an issue?
That was an issue, yeah.
Oh shit.
The Keurig company has their own special ink on their pods. So when they made the 2.0 machine, if you weren't under the Keurig label, they wouldn't read your pods. So there was a whole hacking system you had to do.
Really?
Yeah. So
Wow.
I just got it up to par.
It's like fucking Apple with the lightning cord.
Seriously, you got to jailbreak him, bro.
And he's like, yeah.
Gotta jailbreak the K-cup.
On YouTube to learn how to hack the 2.0 if you want to use my pods.
Jesus Christ.
We're all good now.
So we're 2.0 compatible. Now what so coffee's like the big thing. I mean, coffee's at 30. I looked it up. I'm not a coffee genius,
Okay.
But I did pull some stats on coffee. Coffee's a $30 billion a year industry.
Yeah.
You get like half of that now? Is half of that coming to you?
That's what I was promised that, but I haven't seen any of that yet.
Nice.
In the contract.
So, there's just a lot of now they say the younger kids are drinking more coffee than the older people were before. You know what I mean? The millennials are drinking a ton of coffee.
Right.
But this isn't normal coffee.
No, well, I mean, technically it is normal coffee. You could treat it as your normal coffee if you drink cold brew or hot brew coffee. But I infuse mine with amino acids and some select fat burners, so you get a little additive in your cup of Joe.
Okay. So it's is it a pre-workout or no? It could be a regular coffee. Can be a pre-workout.
I don't fully market it that way, but you can use it as a pre-workout because you get the aminos and the fat burners, and it has about 200 milligrams of caffeine per 12 ounces. So, I mean, technically, coffee is the godfather of pre-workouts.
Yeah.
Before pre-workouts
Right.
existed. So.
It was coffee.
It was coffee.
So I was the first time. I'd met Paul a couple times before, but I'd never had the product. And the first time I had it was New Year's Eve. Remember, we were at that party.
Yeah.
And like an idiot, it's like 2:00 in the morning, and I had, he whipped up a batch of fresh coffee, and I had some, and I was like, oh, this is really good coffee. The only problem was 2:00 the next afternoon. I was still telling everyone how good of coffee it was. So it's and then recently, I was like, man, I need to do something different. I had my routine stuff was just not doing anything for me, and I called up Paul and I said, hey man, I want to come pick up a case of the cold brew, and he got me a case of the cold brew, and that was about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks ago, something like that. And it's been just amazing. Like I've had just energy around the clock. I'd normally, because I work from home, I normally would like take the kids to school, come home and go back to sleep.
Yeah.
You know, like just like if there's nothing to do, if the phone's not ringing, if no one's going to jail or whatnot.
Right. Or
like,
getting out of jail.
Yeah, even or just go, you know, you go like it was like I would just grab my laptop, sit on the couch, or go like literally go back to sleep. Like screw it, I've nothing to do. You know, but now it's like I have just good energy throughout the day, and you know, so that's what it is. The coffee's just really good product. What about you? We got to get you drinking some of this coffee.
I don't know, man. I gotta try it yet. No,
Do you drink coffee?
I do. It's well.
Do you mix it with Kool-Aid?
Touche. No, I do. I kind of went down to decaf for overweight reasons. But,
Oh, you're gonna have that now.
Well, I can't try it.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's the whole
right.
point. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, chug it.
So just right out of the gate, huh? Nothing special.
Just fucking
Get
pound
nuts.
it. Yeah, go crazy. Now that's the what?
Wow.
What are the two flavors of the cold brew? The two.
Well, they're both the same. This one's the traditional black with no sweetener, and I offer one with a little stevia as a
Stevia, sugar-free.
People who want a little bit of sweeter side to it, but it really not. In my eyes, because I drink coffee, it doesn't need. It's got a natural sweetness to it. It's got a lot of flavor to it.
Yeah.
It does, and I don't drink black coffee. Usually, I use like a creamer or something. But this is crazy. This is twice in 2 weeks, man. I've been impressed just with products that I didn't think I would actually like, but this is legit, man. I literally could just drink this right out of the bottle.
He's yet to understand that I'm not bringing just any fucking people on the
here
show.
we
Like,
go.
there's a quality control level.
Here we go.
You know,
Like,
I mean, I know
Well,
we're
the screening was pretty intense before I came in here, so
exactly.
yeah.
but no, this is definitely right out of the bottle. It was and like it's got a hint of sweetness to it, and it was delicious. It was
Yeah,
good.
it's good stuff. It's all. Well, I don't know if are you guys familiar with the cold brew process?
I'm not. You know, I was going to ask you what exactly is it? Is it just coffee that's cold?
No.
Okay.
No. So I honestly thought that when I first started, I wasn't sure what cold brew was. I just assumed it was like iced coffee. But cold brew is brewed for anywhere. Well, technically, if you looked up on how to make it, you would brew it for about 16 to 20 hours.
Mm-hmm.
But
Chantel.
I do mine for about 24 to 36 hours.
Oh wow.
Just because it's a lighter roast, and you're technically supposed to use a darker roast bean. But yeah, so and I kind of figured out how to use the roasted bean that I use, the medium to light roast. Just leave it in there a little bit longer. You get more flavors out of it. You get more caffeine out of it. So, and the reason you get more caffeine and more flavors out of the cold brew is because it's in cold water, so it's a very slow extraction of the bean. So if you hot brew coffee, it's very fast, so you burn a lot of the flavors out of
More
it.
like a slow steep. You know.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, it's really you could do it. I mean, you could do it just like with a French press. If people you just put the cold water, put it in the fridge, wait a day, and then press it down. And
Oh,
you're good to
nice.
go. Yeah.
Now let's go to the bean. Now I remember I was seeing on you know, like I said, coffee's been like the thing for, you know, the last, I don't know, maybe 15, 20 years. But I remember there was a show, there was a guy who, I think he worked for whatever that big fucking coffee chain is. But his job was to go around the world and find like the best coffee beans.
Okay.
Did you get that far into the process? Like,
What I did was.
I mean, without giving it away.
No.
but, you know.
What I did was I actually met with a roaster out in Arizona just to see if what my idea could even work.
Yeah.
And then after I sat down with him, he gave me some ideas, and then he was going to do the roasting for me and do the process for me. And then I drove back to Vegas, and then I didn't hear from him. He never returned my calls for about 3 weeks.
Oh shit.
So I was like, well, screw it, I'm going to do it myself. So I bought home roasters. I bought 3 home roasters, and then I just sourced beans from all over the world and kind of just figured out how to roast them, and then just drank coffee for for about a month straight to figure out what bean or what flavor I like or what I found that tasted the best and what was the smoothest. So this is what I've come up with. It's a Guatemalan bean.
Okay.
It's from, I always mistake the island. It's from the island of Huehuehuantego.
Okay.
And which I just found out as some movie nerd told me that was the island that is it Tim Robbins in Shawshank Redemption?
Oh, at the end?
Yeah, with the boat at the end.
That's the island he goes to.
Okay.
In Shawshank
With the
Redemption.
shiny rock or whatever.
Yeah,
No, that was
That's
before that.
random.
where
You're like, yeah, I know that island. It's like
Twice last year.
Shawshank, right? Yeah, beautiful vacation by only 5 people.
That's funny.
I went there looking for Morgan Freeman, and I didn't
find him.
Pissed off.
Yeah, that's hilarious. So you roast the beans, and like you said, like at least with your research, like everything I've ever researched, like staying up, like even trying to put this little show together, it was always like, we need more coffee.
Yeah,
At least you had the coffee to get through the research part.
Here's a quick funny story. When I first started doing it, because I wanted to infuse the beans or do the process with the aminos and stuff, but my idea was to actually call it Angry Joe Anabolic Coffee, and I put steroids in the coffee.
Nice.
So when I first I made a batch, and it was the most disgusting thing I've ever drank. But I forced it down because I was like, all right, I gotta see the effects of this thing. I had my mouth went numb. I had heart palpitations. So I was like, all right, this is
Jesus.
Can't market this.
Yeah, if you can't see, Paul's a big dude.
Yeah.
I almost called you Joe. See, we're just talking about that.
Don't do it.
Dude, see, I caught it. I caught it halfway. Yeah, his name is not Joe. It's Paul, by the way.
Don't do it.
It's just the brand.
Don't do it. No, that's that's why I can see the bottle would maybe like have a little needle attached to it, you know?
Yeah.
Little syringe.
Little syringe attached to it.
I actually created an ad that had it looked like a steroid bottle, but it had Angry Joe on it, and all that.
On the back, finally FDA approved.
Approved by Lance Armstrong.
After years.
Approved by Lance Armstrong, Barry Bonds, Mark McGuire. Jose Canseco loves this stuff.
He's in the first commercial.
Took a picture with Jose Canseco like a week ago.
You know, I have a funny Jose Canseco story. I'm at the hospital. My kid got hurt, which is what kids do, and Jose Canseco comes out of it. He comes into the hospital, and I'm like, the fuck? He's big. He's like 6'6".
Yeah, he's massive.
He's a big dude. And I'm like, I think that's Jose Canseco. And then I'm looking, and I think it was whoever was checking him in, like they had called ahead and said we're bringing a gunshot wound in, and da-da-da.
Yeah.
And he had shot his finger off. What? Did you hear about this?
No.
Yes.
Yeah, he was maybe 4 years ago.
Oh, okay.
And he was like cleaning his gun or something, and he fucking blew his finger off, like his index
That's
finger.
right, yeah.
After meeting him, I for some reason that makes sense to me.
Oh, yeah, he's,
He just seems like a very kind of carefree guy, not paying attention.
Yeah.
I saw him at a lounge, just hanging with his DJ girlfriend, just like totally chilling.
Well, he's got a twin brother that looks like identical to him. Yeah, he's done it for
Jorge Canseco?
I forgot. 2 J's, man. But no, it's crazy because he came into the employer that I work at, which I won't name for copyright reasons. Trademark. But he came in, and it was funny. The dude came right behind him, and I was like, is that his twin? And so he's been playing games apparently for people for years.
Are they identical twins?
They're like literally it takes a lot to look at him. I don't know if he just said it was my twin. They're damn near identical if they're not, because he used to play jokes. He would sub in his brother.
So are you thinking you might have taken a picture with the twin?
With the twin. I don't know.
Can you see his hands in the picture?
Is there 9
we
or
were
10?
holding hands in the picture.
I think they were able to reattach the finger back on, but that's my Jose Canseco story. You always, living in Vegas, you run into people, you see people places, and you try not to. But I just remember, even one of the doctors that checked him in, that fucking guy blew his finger off. Fucking, they were no respect for him. They're and it was you would think patient privacy or whatever. What happened to him? That was what happened. Yeah. Oh, we can't tell you. Are you relating? No, fucking idiot blew his finger off.
We can't tell you, but we're going to tell you.
He gone.
And then it was funny. Another person I know had met Jose Canseco. Not to get too far off subject, but it was funny. He had went over to them. I guess I don't know what the deal was, but Jose Canseco was hey, could you move your car? They were at the park.
Okay.
And he was you're blocking my car in. Could you move your car? And I guess the dude was I don't move my car for no fucking snitches.
Wow.
And it was I was wow. Dude, one of my bail clients, and I was damn, that's for real. And he had it on. They videotaped it.
Yeah.
They videotaped. He was told us video. I'm gonna call him a snitch on video.
Oh, really? How did he react to that?
He just put his head down and walked away. It was could you 5 or 10 minutes? Could you move it? I'm trying to get out of here.
Yeah.
And the guy eventually had he was just loading up. They had finishing up a barbecue at the park, and so it was just funny. I was man, that's crazy. But
he probably deals with that a lot.
For sure, he's the one that threw everyone under the bus, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah,
but I'll be honest with you. I guarantee if any of those, I feel in that whole situation, he just got to that first.
Yeah.
And then if any of those other guys got paid a certain amount of money, because they were all going down at the same time anyway. It's not like it mattered.
And then I remember Rafael Palmero. He came out. He was I did not do it. There was 2 days later. He was bro, you tested positive. You just you just purge your exercise yourself in court.
I'm an advocate for testosterone. I tell everyone I use it because people don't really understand that whole world anyway.
Yeah.
But the thing is like Lance Armstrong is even more of an anomaly because he passed like 200 drug tests. Never failed a test.
Yeah.
But he just had to come out because of everyone else. His whole team came out and everyone was saying what they did. But like he didn't technically have to say he did anything because he never failed a test.
See, that's what pisses me off.
He's living
Fucking
strong.
mouth shut. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, I mean, at this point in professional sports, I don't know if you want to get on the subject, but I mean, it's like it's stupid. I played college football. This is Division I AA,
Yeah.
and it's like every guy was doing steroids in 1 AA. So don't tell me when you go up to the next level and then the top level.
No, it was coming
that these
around.
guys
I
are
remember.
doing shit, you know?
I remember it was coming around in high school.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, big time. You know, like especially with football, and then like the more serious like baseball programs where kids are getting drafted. You know, they used to be able to come right out of high school. Now they have to go do a year in college. But it was.
It was there when we were there.
Yeah.
It was there when we were there.
Like when that whole scandal was going on with it. First of all, that was the best thing that happened to baseball because I never watched an ounce of baseball.
Exactly.
And I was glued to the television.
It saved
at that
it.
point, seeing
It saved baseball.
Yeah, it really did.
Yeah.
But I remember Joe Biden because he was in Congress at that time and he was at that big hearing. And he's like, I played Little League baseball, and it's just sad to think. It's like, Joe, shut the fuck up.
You mean, not the fuck,
played
it's totally different level.
You compare Little League baseball to Mark McGwire, who's smacking out like, I don't know how many home runs
He had like 26-inch forearms,
yeah,
man.
You're telling me if you took steroids, you would have been at that level.
Well, and how much was your Little League contract paid?
Yeah, exactly.
You facing like to not be renewed in Little League because I think McGuire at that time was getting somewhere on $9 or $10 million a year.
That home run race between him and
Sosa.
Sammy Sosa just
awesome.
revived baseball.
Who ends up? Who's got it now?
Bonds hit it like
So
2
it's
years
good.
later,
Did
something like
they
that.
keep the record though? 'Cause
They were talking about that asterisk. I don't know, but it's if you look it up because I remember I bought so much memorabilia when McGuire hit it, and I was
I just tricked you into
cheap.
saying Barry Bonds.
Did you? Wait, well,
I just wanted you to say Barry Bonds on the show.
well, yeah.
That's all that was.
hate
I'm a
Barry
Giants
Bonds.
fan. He's an Angels fan. So
I
I thought
hate
you were
Barry
getting out like
Bonds.
Barry Bale Bonds.
no,
But
exactly.
then remember Barry was calling out Gary Sheffield. He's like, oh man, that dude using creams and this and that. Like he started turning on everybody else.
What was great was they swore like again because people don't really understand it. They think HGH is this like wonder drug, and I can tell you right now what Barry Bonds was on, and it wasn't HGH.
Yeah.
It was testosterone, Tren, and Deca.
Yeah, well, when you look at his pictures, he gained about 60 pounds.
Yeah,
a month.
Oh,
that's
my
and
God,
that's not
from the
what
80s, dude,
that's
to
not
like-
what growth hormone does. It's not the way it works, and people don't understand that. So it's.
Well, the big thing with McGuire was creatine, right? Like that's what he was pushing. Was like, oh, I'm just on creatine, and then it
Well,
wasn't.
he was
legal.
on actually. McGuire was pushing a product at the time that was actually because all the like over-the-counter supplements are not approved by the FDA. So the only time they ever get looked at is if actually people are seeing results on
Yeah.
them, and then they look because there's probably there's a pro hormone in it. So what they did, it was 1AD. It was a form of creatine, but they were putting pro hormones in it. So all these kids were taking it and were actually seeing results. But when they finally tested it, it wasn't FDA approved, and they removed it off the. But he was on more than 1AD at the time.
Oh, I bet, dude. I bet that dude was massive.
And you get into sports, and I remember I had a friend that was doing, trying to get his pro card in bodybuilding. And he was like, I'm not going to do, I'm not going to juice, I'm not going to nothing.
Oh, well, then he's not a bodybuilder.
Well, it was funny because, like,
Okay.
to me,
Good to know.
To my untrained eye, he was huge.
Right.
And then we go to the show, like we went to the show to support him. It was at like
Yeah.
Cashman Field or something, and the other people start coming out on stage, and I'm like, oh fuck, like, Jesus Christ, like he's competing against that, there's just the definition and like all that other shit, and like.
Well, the top of the top level guys, the Mr. Olympia guys. This is why like bodybuilding and even upcoming powerlifting has become more popular, but bodybuilding for sure. You'll never see these guys on like a Mr. Olympia, like Jay
Yeah.
Cutler, who's a local guy. Ronnie Coleman, 8-time Mr. Olympia, even Schwarzenegger. They're not going to bring these guys on mainstream television because ultimately the question's going to come out about steroids and they can't talk about that.
Yeah.
But I mean, Arnold Schwarzenegger what made him famous was bodybuilding. And Mr. Olympia.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, and he swore he never took it back in the day, and now his tune has changed because he's not trying to run for public office or anything.
I mean, and that's the thing. It's just like you said, they'll never bring them out because they have to.
Yeah, they have to dress it, and then that level of steroids is a completely different level of steroids than an average guy going to the gym and taking something.
Yeah, like one cycle guy.
They're
or
on a
whatever.
whole cocktail of stuff that people. It's like they're a lab experiment.
Yeah.
Those guys are.
And that's what my buddy. He did couple shows. I don't know how, if it's a season or whatever it is. And like I said, he was trying to get his pro card so it would help his physical trainer business or whatever. And after that, he's like, I've never been more unhealthy in my life.
Oh yeah, it's not
Like, I can't believe I didn't die. He's like, I'm dehydrated.
Right, and not even, if you're not even talking about steroids, you're talking about exactly dieting. You're bringing your body to a level of body fat that's about 4% body fat, and you die at about 2.5% body fat.
Yeah,
Like, you can't live at that level.
I'm comfortable with my cushionings. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's a sport. It's like anything else. You would do, any top level athlete is going to do what they need to do to win. That's
To win.
how it goes.
And that's what I always say too, like, at the end of the day, I get just as excited about like professional wrestling on TV as I do about like a baseball game.
Well, they even ruined professional wrestling because they took the steroids out of professional wrestling.
Yeah, and it's it's like,
Except when it came to Brock Lesnar. When Brock Lesnar came out, that dude's massive.
that's what I was getting
There's
to.
a couple guys still in WWE that you could tell that, like, what's his name? John Cena says he's not on anything. Okay, John Cena.
Yeah. And that was the thing, though. It's like, I'm pretty sure I'm an adult, I'm a grown man. I'm pretty sure it's scripted. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, the steroids didn't affect the outcome here,
Right.
And it was just, but the thing was like, the kids are looking up to him and it's getting talked about in the households with the dads. But who gives a shit? Like, it's entertainment. Like,
if that's what your dad is letting you watch for inspiration and then maybe you should start looking at your parenting and not the WWE.
Not exactly. Like, okay. That's not a good role model. Well, neither are you. But like you said, at this point, it's entertainment.
Yeah.
And I want to see the ball get hit.
Absolutely.
600 feet if I want to
I'm
see
sorry.
it.
If you took steroids out of the NFL will not be what it is today. I'm sorry. At any top level sport, but mainly like the NFL, give me a break.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a governmental. It's run by the NFL. It might as well be the government. So it's like it has its own day. It's bigger than national holidays. So like, they're not screwing with that.
I don't know if we touched on this. We might have. And this is I'm going back to
we just
Paul's product. We did. You can buy this anywhere.
Well, you can get it online. It's there's an online store at angryjoe.co, and then in Vegas, all the greens and proteins carry it. There's 5 locations on every side of town, and there's like couple select nutrition stores and
good. Yeah, I was just curious because I was like, where can I go buy it? But all right, cool. I just wanted to make sure you got that out there.
I appreciate that.
And the other thing too is you got to check out how do they see your commercials and your ads?
You could go. If you have social media, if you go to Angry Joe 15 on Instagram or Angry Joe Coffee on Facebook, you can find them. But the website angryjoe.co, you could go to commercials or videos and you could check them out.
They're pretty cool. I just watched them for the first time. They're pretty funny.
No, you want to go and you want to watch all his ads and his commercials. They're definitely unlike anything else you've seen. They're very original. They're some of them are kind of on the short film side. They're definitely well thought out.
Just 5-minute commercials, bro. I mean,
Actually, that was the only one that was 5 minutes. But we've got it down to like 1:20 and under. The last one we did was just at a minute. We're trying to get them obviously shorter, so we get the attention span of people. So
find them on social media and angryjoe.co, and you can get them at Greens and Proteins. And before we go down another rabbit hole of just where I don't even know
debauchery,
we started somewhere. We went to this, that, Jose Canseco.
Yeah, welcome to the RAN1 show, bro. It's all freestyle.
Pro wrestling, it's here we are 20 minutes later.
I hope the next time I see Jose Canseco, he's wearing a man romper.
Yes.
We're gonna get into that later.
No, we're getting into that right now.
We're jumping into it. All right, the romper.
So the man romper. So you actually may have sourced the origin of this romper.
I'm so excited for this
First of all,
conversation.
a young girl at the gym was the girl working at the gym. I don't know how. I was just talking to her for a short minute, and she was like, "Oh, have you seen the man romper?" I think because I have a huge problem with the man tights, and in the gym world, guys are starting to wear women's clothing, and I'm going to voice this right now. It's got to stop. It's got to stop right now.
Okay, for everybody, do we need to define what the romper is? Because I don't know if everybody knows what the romper is.
We're going to get to the romper, but no, like you said, so I've seen that too.
Yeah.
And it's like leggings and like low cut, like V-neck tank tops and stuff like that. And
it's the man. Call them what you want, man leggings, man tights. But in my eyes, from the generation I come from, you're wearing women's clothes. And the only person who wears women's clothes is a cross-dresser or a tranny, or that's fine. If you're those, then they go for it.
Go for it. But no, it's funny because like you see the guys that are like trying to be like tough dude. It's funny, like It's a weird thing.
You could be the most jacked person on the planet, and if you're wearing man tights, I'm not afraid of you.
Yeah, exactly.
It takes that factor right out.
Me too. I don't care how big you are.
I want to see Kool-Aid in some man tights.
I don't want to see myself in man tights, let alone I want to general
just
public.
once.
Yeah, we could do.
I'm coming in a romper to the gym, bro. I'm showing up.
We have seen you naked. So
Wow.
the tights-
No, first, okay, come on. Can we get past that story? It was not naked.
Open back.
Open back.
Open back.
Open back.
hospital.
Oh, okay.
I was bringing up old
That's
shit.
okay. That's.
But it wasn't. It
was closed.
It wasn't tight. It was loose.
right.
No, it was tight. I was wearing Chuck Taylors. I had boxers.
No, I'm saying it wasn't tight.
I actually
It
had these
wasn't
Chuck
leggings.
Taylors on. Speaking of
There
that.
you go.
Well, hey.
Sentimental value, those Chuck
Yeah,
Taylors.
that's it. That's all I had on. So the romper. So where'd the romper?
So what I heard is that the man romper had started from some guys kind of like over in the UK going out on a bachelor party or something. They
Yeah.
did it as a joke, and they took a bunch of pictures and they went viral. So now it's kind of went everywhere. And every picture I've seen so far is the same guys wearing the man romper. So
Yeah.
I think there's some truth behind that story. But I'm really hoping it doesn't catch on.
I think it's going to catch on. I know. I mean, here's the thing, and it's not even like an anti-gay thing. Like if you're gay, go ahead, wear the romper.
Right.
Like that's cool. That's more there. That's more acceptable.
It seems like there's like a lot of cholos though, like that are repping it, dude. Like I mean, it's just,
You've seen cholos wearing?
dude. It's like I went on.
haven't
So
seen it.
as soon as I heard the romper from
right there.
JR, our common friend JR, I looked this up and there's just these cholos, man, with like where they got the knee-high white socks, and I was like, are you fucking kidding? And literally to me it looked like a mechanic's onesie that they cut off at the knee. And I was like, are you shitting me? I was like, is this going to be the new thing? I was like, oh my God.
Carefree
Yeah,
mechanic.
yeah, right. And it was just like Paul. I was like, please don't let this be a thing. Like, just don't. I was like, if this is a joke for like a Halloween outfit, I was like, cool. But like, so I just clicked on images on Google, man, went on there. And it was just like all like Vatos, dude, and like Lokes and stuff.
But
I
if you're,
was like,
I
are
will
you
say
kidding
this:
me?
if you're a clothing company, hurry out and come out with the man romper and make your fucking million.
And get the
No,
yeah,
yeah.
get
Whether
the
it's a
fuck out.
novelty or not,
Yeah,
it's
it's
a
gonna be a
joke,
fad.
yeah,
It'll.
it's gonna be a
I have a
thing.
feeling it's gonna be a fad, but
Yeah. You
can
I'm
package it
kind of
with-
hoping with Paul it just
Package
doesn't.
it with one of those fidget spinners. Like
Those fucking things.
fidget spinner romper combo set. And
Oh my God.
Yeah, so you could choke on your fidget spinner and die looking great.
it's looking great.
So, yeah, I saw a guy was like, "Oh, a real man's fidget spinner." He had a big ass like 500 revolver, and he was spinning it, just spinning the cylinder.
I was asking all my clients. I was, I get the jail calls all day long. I'm like, are you wearing the one piece, jumpsuit? Like, cut the legs, like make it the
Cut 'em
county,
out, bro,
the
make it a
county
fad.
romper. Like, come out wearing the, you'll be rich in jail.
County romper.
CCDC romper.
Yeah, the county romper, the mechanic romper, the urban, cowboy romper, and then. It's funny because like there was someone was putting a picture up of, like some dude in, like some booty short overalls. I was like, that's basically a romper too.
Pretty much. Yeah, I
it's
can't believe they
terrible.
even gave it a name. First of all, like when I was going through, I was like, this is asinine.
I'm really curious on what's going on. Like it's because I think it's where I grew up. Like I've never seen my father in shorts, let
Yeah.
alone
Yeah.
like to see him wear anything ridiculous.
Like
I would-
6 inches above the knee.
yeah.
Like, whoa.
My dad got in a pool. This is a funny story. My father bought us a used above ground pool. So the thing was constantly leaking because there was always a missing bolt or nut
Yeah.
or part. So my father had to prove that he had to show us it was okay to get in. So he made his debut in the pool, and we saw his legs for the first time.
Just white
And we
as
were
shit.
Like, holy shit!
Like, give me the sunglasses, man. Good lord.
Short like tree stump legs.
No, my
pure
dad's like
white. We're
that.
like, Dad, put
reams
the
of
pants
paper.
back on.
Yeah, that's my dad. Only the same thing. Always wears pants.
Never
It's
wore
like, good
sandals.
lord.
I never saw my dad's feet. Like it was just like
Where'd you grow up at?
northeastern Pennsylvania, Scranton, Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania.
Grant.
Super
Grant,
blue
PA.
collar, blue collar place. I mean, everyone's working all the time, so it's a romper. Like that's what I'm saying. I'm not that old. I'm 39 years old, so it's like a lot of things have changed in the
I'd
last
have got
10
beat up.
years.
I wore that shit in L.A. You're getting jumped.
Yeah, for
Like
sure. I mean,
you're getting knocked
I had
out.
2 older brothers that would have beat the tar out of me if I tried to.
You come up and be like, check out my romper. They'd be like, what the fuck? There's no question. Bah, they just come up and just stick you right in the
Yeah, go
mouth,
right
being an
back
idiot.
upstairs,
They'd
go get
be like,
changed.
take that shit off. Don't go outside in public.
I asked my dad for an earring the one time, and this is exactly what he said to me, and this is why I never got the earring. He goes, "You a cupcake?"
You a cupcake?
That's all he said.
That was it. That's all it took.
I didn't even know what that meant at the time. I'm like,
But you knew it was bad.
I'm not a cupcake guy.
I don't think Dad agrees. I'm not a cupcake, so I'm not getting you. Like you picture, it's funny you say that, and I picture like, you said, Pennsylvania, and like, everybody's working, and I picture Zoolander. Remember, like his dad, they were all miners.
Yeah, no, it's pretty much.
Got the black lung pop.
Got the black lung. They picture like Zoolander showing up in like a romper.
It's a onesie, pop. It's a onesie.
It's like it's funny because like those are like baby clothes. Like little, like 9 months and under. You throw your kid in like a one piece,
Right.
Because it's a baby clothes.
Because it's easy.
And then like my daughters, women wear them frequently. That's women article of clothing.
Yeah, it's acceptable.
It's acceptable,
For a
and
young lady to wear a romper.
I don't know what they call. What are they? Metrosexuals? These guys? I don't know.
No, we got a term.
LGBT?
Because it's past.
It's
It's
past.
LGBTQ.
QRS. It's like they just keep adding.
You know that?
Yeah, Q is
you're questioning. You're not sure.
Yeah.
But you want to be in there.
And that was a whole nother conversation. Like, there's no
I like
question.
it. I might have to steal that,
You're
Paul.
either in or you're
Cute.
out. Once you're in,
No,
you're
it's
out.
like it's in your face so much now. You start questioning. You look at yourself and go, "Well, maybe I am.
Maybe I am.
Maybe I am."
That's right.
Something.
It's like the boy. It's like the boy girl. You just call him Pat. You don't know. You gotta. You don't want to offend anybody.
Well, that's the thing. Everybody's offended, and and it's like the people that are offended seem to think they could just do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
They don't care if you're offended,
Right.
But because they're so like like I'm not the kind of person to walk around like I'm offended.
Right. No, me neither.
But I might say something, to someone, or but like right away if you say something, it's like you're racist, you're fucking homophobe, you're fucking, like
There's labels for everything.
Everything's
Not to
a
cut you off.
fucking
Labels
it's
for
like
everything.
there's no label for them. You can't say
No, you can't.
you're a snowflake.
Yeah.
Snowflake. Like
What?
how offensive?
Like, easily melt, motherfucker. That's why.
You're light the boots.
Yeah, and you can't say that to like these people that can't get over the election. We're far past the election. And honestly, like I feel like, and I keep saying the bail bonds because that's all I do is bail bonds, but no president's ever fucking affected what I do for a living. Like it's never been like, oh, this fucking Obama's got the jail.
Right.
Like these crack dealers, they're not getting arrested because of Obama. And now that Trump's there.
Well, he did have that pardon that might have affected you. Back in the day, he did have a word of
I
pardon.
was for the pardon.
Criminals
are going to criminal.
Exactly. I was going to say, they're going to let back out. It's just
let them out. It's like a lottery winner. They're going to be broke again, anyways.
Insane.
All my clients, except for outside of the small stuff like the DUIs but like the serious people, the traffickers and the these career criminals, I've never seen one reformed. Like I've never seen
two words.
Worried about who's in office.
They've always it's a small circle, and I've never seen one get out. I've never bailed one out and then never heard from them again.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Oh man, I'm scared straight. I went to county for a couple days. I'm gonna not drive my fucking Ferrari anymore, and I'm not I'm gonna give up this couple $100,000 a month I'm making selling all these drugs because I don't ever want to go back to county. I know dudes that go and do 10 years and they get out and they're right back. It's like a fucking rubber band.
What's their option to go wait in the
That's what I'm
unemployment
saying.
line?
Right.
What are you gonna
And
do?
hope to get an $8 an hour job.
2 words.
Bust tables at Chili's and hope to bartend by the end of 7 years?
There's 2 words that define every bail bondsman: repeat offender.
Yeah, repeat offender, it's for sure, and it's where are you at? That's why they're like, you want to get out of jail? Where are you at? Come with the money.
It's so funny because I can call Mike, almost any time of night, but from the hours probably from 12 to 8. If his phone rings, he sees me, who's in jail?
Yeah.
That's it. He automatically knows who's in jail or who do you know that's in jail that I need to help get out. But it's funny. It's that business. I've seen the behind the scenes, and it's pretty crazy, but interesting and fun. I would say definitely interesting.
So I mean, I do want to keep going back to coffee because we keep ending up somewhere else, and it's fun. But to get back to coffee and the cold brew, these ready to go things, these seem to be the wave of the future.
Yeah, that was one of the main when I started this whole process. Cold brew is a kind of a fad right now. It's a big talking
It's
about
new.
the hipster movement.
Yeah.
Everyone's
Fucking
drinking cold brew.
hipsters.
And but so anywhere I go, I'd see, especially if you go to a Whole Foods or something. There's so many companies out there that have it now. But I just wanted to kind of hop on the bandwagon, and I would always try to tell people if they bought the whole bean how to make the cold brew.
Yeah.
And it's really easy, and it's a lot more cost effective. But as soon as I tell them it's like a 2 or 3 step process, they're I lose them.
You're like 24 hours.
So I gotta ask because we didn't hit this yet. How much is one of these bottles?
If you buy a case, they're $3. If I retail them, they're like four and a quarter.
That's not bad.
no, it's not bad. Like
That's
I said,
not bad at all. $4? Fucking, you're cheaper than shit at Starbucks.
You go to. I mean, any cold brew right now, you're paying anywhere from $4 to like $7 or $8. For a cold brew.
This is
You buy
actually
it in the store bottled already.
This is the first cold brew I ever had. I mean, like I always see it like on the menu, but I'm just like, just give me black coffee, and then I'll put like sweetener and stuff in it.
If you're gonna drink hot coffee, then you drink regular hot coffee. But I mean, if you're gonna
Like, see, this is
cold
shit.
coffee, go a cold brew, not iced coffee. It's
And
good.
I love coffee, but I mean, the first thing the doctor said when I went was like, "How many cups of coffee do you drink?" I was like, "Well, like 4 to 5 a week," and so I switched over to decaf because apparently that's good. It was good for
Why?
me. But
What was his reasoning behind that?
I have high blood pressure, so then he was like, "Listen, dude, but." I don't know. I might have to switch back to this. This is just so easy at work. I could just literally just put it behind the counter where I work, and I mean, it's.
I don't want to tarnish it by saying the word addictive, but it's definitely like I like it. I like to. Know
It's very good.
Like
very
I like
good.
to like in the morning. Like I look forward to like it's coffee time.
I'm still like that. I look before I go to bed. I look forward to my morning coffee every day.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting.
Coffee is addictive.
So
I'm getting back in that cycle,
I
but
can see
this
how you
is
lose
like
people when you tell them like the process of cold brewing. It's like because it's kind of addictive, and I like when you said that I picture like telling a crackhead like, listen, if you cold brew this crack, you can have so much more tomorrow. You know, it's like cold brew crack, 24 hours to crack. No, now I want it now.
That's so true.
You know, it's like no. So like I don't mind. You know, like I said when I call you, like give me whatever. You know, like like I have a set budget in mind. Like I'll spend like a couple $100 a month on coffee. You know what I mean? And if it's in the fridge, you know, I just reach in and grab it. Like you're not, you know,
and that's why I wanted to bottle it because I just. You know, it is what it is. People pay for convenience.
Yeah, just like my crack. I'd let someone else cold brew it. Don't buy it pre-made.
Well, of course.
Of course.
Yeah. Well, Paul, I definitely think you have a winner here, man. This is pretty good, especially coming from a guy who's never had cold brew. It was instantly just delicious, man. It was. I could probably drink 10 of these, but
that was the thing I was gonna say too. When I drink coffee, I don't like hot drinks. Like I don't drink, you know, I don't even eat soup. You know what I mean? Like I don't like
soup.
You know, hot tea or you know what I mean. Like I was like iced tea, and that was the thing. My wife got me into drinking like iced coffees, and you know, like you can get all crazy with it when you go to those big coffee stores. You know, double espresso. Or whatever.
That'll be $17.
Yeah, that'll be $17.
Almost 1,700 calories.
But the other thing too is when I go in those stores, I always feel like they're making fun of me because I don't fucking know how to like order my coffee.
Right.
Can't talk the code, bro. Right? You get there's like a special like lingo. You have to be like, I just want fucking black coffee.
Like you know, like just
how's that?
Just make it nice.
Right. You're like, I want a large. You mean venti?
You mean venti? No,
large.
Like fuck, and then
you don't get the largest coffee when you ask for a large.
That's the thing. Like, give me the biggest one you got, and I found out there's another name for that, and I can't remember what that name is.
There's in Starbucks.
It's like the barista
tall,
talk.
Grande,
Venti.
And then there's one after that. In the cold drinks, there's one large.
Yeah, and that's what I always get is that.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. It'll come to me.
You know, and
I'll
it's
spit it out in
tea.
3 minutes.
Like when you're leaving.
Yeah.
Let's talk about how nobody knew the word fucking venti until Starbucks came out. They put that shit on the map.
They really did.
It's like,
the fuck is Starbucks today? How genius! Whatever they've done,
their marketing
is unbelievable.
I mean, I've never seen an organization that will literally have a shop and then right across the street the same fucking thing. Just to accommodate they had it in Seattle, of course. I mean, they're kind of their headquarters. Literally, we walked downtown Seattle. On one corner there was a Starbucks. I looked across the street. I was like, "That's a motherfucking another Starbucks."
And they don't hinder each other.
And they're fucking out the door.
Well, you see that too, like San Francisco, downtown LA, because those people are so busy walking their route.
Right.
They're not going to cross the street for coffee. Right. Like I'm walking on this side of the street, and you see them like across. And San Francisco has a couple of them where they're literally, you know, across the street from each other.
You know you made it when you can have your business across the street.
I'm sure there's a lot of red tape to buy into that franchise, but I mean it's a pretty, you know, it's a success right out of the gates if you're able to buy one and get that business going.
Yeah, it's like Starbucks, McDonald's, and going back to crack. Those only people that could be on the same
corners and making hell of money. Why do you always resolve to crack?
Well, because it's I'm saying it's just that's.
I think Starbucks. I would have to say, and I don't know the numbers, but I think they got to be a bigger company at this point than McDonald's.
I would think so.
I want to say
I'll tell you why.
Yes.
In most urban and suburban strip malls, they're always in like the shittiest location,
Right.
and their lines fuck up traffic. Like like you can never get through the parking
And they're
lot.
more expensive than a McDonald's.
Yeah.
For coffee, it's more expensive than actually to get a meal.
Like the
Yeah, I would say now. I mean, profit wise, I want to say McDonald's is probably turning more because it's all cheap shit for them. But I don't know.
Coffee beans in
Yeah.
bulk gotta be cheap,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Especially
Yes, yeah, I could be talking out of my
I don't
ass
know,
too.
man, the profit margins on it. I mean, just think about it. What you pay, even in the smallest cup of coffee, you pay $2.30 or
So-
something like that, and it's probably that cup of coffee is worth about 3 cents.
Yeah. Well, here crazy. I don't know if Michael Keaton just came out with the movie about how McDonald's even started. There was one individual guy that franchised him. He did the whole movie. It was literally one guy who had like kind of some failed businesses, and he literally found one McDonald's restaurant and goes, "This needs to be a chain. I need to have this all over." And he franchised them the fuck out.
It wasn't Ronald McDonald. Someone
No,
else? That
no, it was this dude Michael Keaton portrayed.
Yeah,
It was right. Mythological motherfucker, but no, it was crazy. I haven't yet watched the movie, but I was reading an article about it, and this guy just took it and was like, "Bing!" Like here's where I see this company, and it was there. Now they're
Well,
like,
Angry Joe has a good cartoon character that represents the company too.
There's a few characters out there.
There's a few characters out there for sure.
Cobra Kai.
But the one of them is the Penguin. I love the Penguin.
Yeah, he's Joe the Angry Penguin.
Joe the Angry Penguin. Thank God he's subtitled because I haven't spoke Penguin since since I left the Navy.
Wow.
Here's what you want to know why he's actually angry.
Why is he so mad?
Because he has dreams of being a chicken and imitating Mick Jagger in chicken voice.
Oh, but he's stuck.
That's an elaborate reason to be angry.
But think about it. How pissed would you be?
Oh well, yeah, that's absolutely.
And if you think about it, almost every Rolling Stone song you could do in chicken voice.
In chicken voice.
Yeah,
In my head,
I've done it. Emotional rescue.
That's the
Right.
best.
Hold
The best
on.
is that you've done it. That's the best part. It's like, listen,
You might see a
hey,
video.
I am in my head. I can't put my finger on what's chicken voice.
Just like you could cluck.
Like the
to
bop?
song.
Oh, okay.
right?
There you go.
I'm sorry.
He's good.
I do everything, man. I do
he knows.
impressions
Do you want
only
a
on the
quick-
weekend.
Do you want a quick rendition of Emotional Rescue in chicken voice?
Of course.
Okay, absolutely.
Take it away.
You ready?
And there's this fucking pan.
Mic drop, and I'm out.
Well, now
That just
I know why
happened.
the
That
Penguin's
just
so mad.
happened.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Only on
because
RAN 1.
If you try to do Mick Jagger in penguin voice, it's not happening.
I love the fact that you've gone in detail.
Now, what's penguin
So-
voice?
That's more like a duck. I don't know what
I
it.
think they're
Yeah.
similar. I think a penguin is kind of more of like an angrier duck sound.
Well, when you say penguin,
Kind
you
of
know
like
what's
more a little
funny?
whiny, a little whinier.
When you say penguin, I always think of Robin Williams and fucking Happy Feet.
Oh, Lovelace,
Yeah,
bro.
you ever see? I don't know if you ever got that.
Oh my
No, but I have
god.
seen the documentary on the penguins with Morgan Freeman over voice, which is
fuck.
fantastic.
That's-
Yeah, it's
Yeah, anytime-
March of the Penguins.
The March of the
Yeah.
Penguins is fucking awesome.
Morgan Freeman, I think he's God. I'm
He,
not sure
bro,
if he's,
he played God,
he played
literally,
God lots of
twice.
times. Yeah, lots of
I really hope, I don't believe in God, but I'll be honest with you, if I do ever get to meet a God, I hope he's Morgan Freeman.
Or at least
Seriously.
just the voice.
him or James Earl Jones, bro.
I know God's
I'll take him or
busy.
James Earl
Right,
Jones.
like, I know there's lots of people dying.
Or Sam Elliott.
Oh, Sam Elliott's
The
good.
banquet beer.
Hey, dude.
Yeah.
Sam Elliott, yeah.
What was not Sam Elliott, but speaking of Sam, there was a cowboy actor that just died, Curly from Tombstone.
Oh,
I can't
jeez,
remember
he's got a
his name.
weird name.
Jesus, have some respect. He's dead.
Well, no, but it's like it's a different name. I'll find out here. Give me just half a second. Don't push my talk.
We're gonna
button.
go radio silence here. We'll let you figure this out.
Take it away, Paul.
There's there's like I don't. Did you have anything you want to
Power. Yeah, I do. Powers Booth.
Powers Booth.
He was also in Sin City. He played the bad guy in Sin City.
What a weird name.
Thank you. Yes.
Is that really his name?
Powers Booth. Yeah, he's been around
his
since
birth
like the
name?
'60s.
Birth name?
I'm making it up, motherfucker. I mean, it's right.
Could be a
I hate to
stage
cuss
name.
at you because you're bigger than me. But
I'm honestly
But-
pissed at my parents that they didn't name me Powers.
Powers, yeah.
seriously, his name is Powers Booth. He's been around, I think, like since the '60s. Kind
My
of,
name would be Power Tabone.
Powers.
dude, that's fantastic. This tattoo, we got to some way integrate this.
Any
into
of
the,
my lawyer
show.
friends, reach out really quick and let us know what he'd have to do to legally change his name. Would it go to Power to Bone?
Power. My middle name would be Thrust.
Power Thrust
Tabone?
Tabone. Yeah. You might be onto something. I say we run with that.
That's fuck. Name your coffee then.
Yeah, I got some loyal listeners,
Because I guarantee you drink this shit, you'll be up boning.
Yeah, well, that was necessity is the mother of all things. No, that stuff, honestly, man. Like I know I said it before, but I have to say it again. I look forward to the mornings when I'm like, because I know I'm going to be jumped, like I'm going to be perked up, and like all the other stuff I took a lot of other, there's all these like other products,
all
and
night.
there's a lot of like multi-level marketing products that you buy into,
Right.
and a lot of that stuff like it works for like a short period of time, and I'm not saying like weeks or months, I'm saying like a couple hours.
Yeah.
And there's always like, you know what I mean? But this stuff right here, like, and I'm not sure if I'm building a tolerance to it or not, or if a tolerance will build, but as of right now, I love it.
What'll happen is you'll build a tolerance for it, but then when you don't have it, that's when you'll really notice it.
Yeah, exactly.
Fiending.
Yeah.
Well, we took a road trip not too long ago, and I didn't bring any with me, and it was like, I was like, fuck, and then you go, and all the other coffees available, like I said, I don't do the hot coffee, so everything that's in the coolers at the gas stations is just like 60 grams of sugar.
Yeah.
There's no like just black cold brew
coffee,
coffee
right.
on the market, so we got to figure out a way to get you like in all the gas stations and all, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what's great. That's why I was wondering. I was like, man, can I just go like to the?
I'm really hoping
round-
after this podcast that you guys make it happen for me.
Yeah, well, that's we'll talk terms later.
royalties.
Yeah, but no, seriously, I mean, so how long have you been around for?
Angry Joe?
Angry-
or me personally?
Both.
39 years going on.
I was gonna say, you just said 39 years.
But no, Angry Joe, technically it's going about on a year and a half.
On a year and a half.
Oh, see, you're still new.
Yeah.
So you're still crawling. I mean,
I'm doing it's growing though. It's slowly but surely it's definitely growing. That's why I have a lot of enthusiasm and I work hard at it because I see it growing. So it makes me want to get out there even more and promote it.
Well, I have to say you were the first supplement infused that I've ever seen in coffee or even heard
There's
of.
a couple brands out there that aren't doing exactly what I'm doing, but there's a couple similar ideas out there. But what I'm finding, me personally, is that my branding is what is doing the best. You know what I mean? Is that people really like the branding. It's in your face. It's simple.
Yeah.
It's catchy. So.
And the ads are great. Like I
Yeah.
said, the ads are phenomenal. They're hilarious.
I wanted to go. I mean, if you look at any, if I was considered a supplement, let's say, and if you see any kind of supplement companies in their ads, it's all like, just they're trying to be too serious. It's beast mode of some guy that's on, 1,000 milligrams of testosterone a week, and like they're promoting him, and it's like it's unrealistic. This I'm trying to promote where just kind of have fun with it and really make people understand that there's a lot of benefits just to coffee in general.
Yeah.
And I've figured out a way to have a really good tasting coffee and really
very good.
promote it that way. So
I have a friend that works in the marketing, whatever. He works for a marketing agency in Northern California, and he said a big trend that a lot of companies are doing now is they're paying companies to try to make them like a viral video that's not directly attached to the company, so it doesn't seem like an advertisement. But,
Right.
So you see a lot of like memes and
Right.
you see a lot of stuff that you're like, oh man, too bad McDonald's didn't put that out. Just using them for example.
Right.
But really, they did. They just didn't claim it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And so that's like with the with the millennials and all these younger crowds, the meme type marketing. You know what I mean? Is kind of like the way of the future.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
where they say so like I don't like not saying your stuff's like that, but your stuff is more of a. It's more comedy, what I mean? It's hilarious, and it makes you like, it kind of makes you feel like more comfortable with the brand.
Absolutely. And for me personally, this is an outlet for me to kind of express myself, like my personal agenda or feelings on things where I, it's without being, I guess, too offensive, and I get to be able to kind of express and be artistic about it through the company. That's why I enjoy it so much. All the ideas are just my stupid ideas that I've had in my head.
Good for you, man. Good for you.
And the cool thing about it is you get to pull the trigger, you get to green light.
Right.
And if you make a mistake, fuck it, you make a mistake.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like
trial by error.
Yeah.
And it's like, who cares?
That's my whole life.
Exactly.
Give it a shot. If it doesn't work, try something else.
That's what I like about it so much. And that's what I like about small business. I'm a huge fan of small business. I would definitely support you over anything that's like So when you get too big, I'll cut the cord and go down to another small.
Okay.
But you won't care about that.
Be like, he made it. Next, he made it. He made it. He
another
gone. On to
And
something else.
when I'm receiving an award sometime down the road, I will Thank
Is it barista of the year?
Yes.
The most jack barista.
It's the most jacked. We gotta see a barista commercial now. We
Yes.
got, you know,
Dude, you gotta mock that stuff, man.
I'll be the barista behind the counter, and if you say something stupid, if you have a man bun, I'm gonna punch her in the face.
Fucking hate man buns. I fucking hate him. It's like, what's up, Top Knot? Every time you walk around, you fucking samurai. I'm like,
Yeah, there's only
so
a couple
bad.
select people that get to wear the man bun. It's Hawaiians and a samurai.
True story.
Samurai.
I'll agree with the wines. I dated one for 3 years. I'll
That's
agree.
their culture. If it's your culture, but if you're just some douchebag from the Midwest trying to rock a man bun, stop
Get
it.
the fuck
Stop
out of
it.
here. Yeah. It's like, well, it's even like, and it's not even like most of the wines, the Samoans, because you can't mix them up, because God forbid. But
Right.
that's they shave their whole head around and they just tie,
Yeah.
and boom, they put it, and that's their culture. And it was crazy
There was
because
a
I
guy
was.
in the Kumite that did it. Remember, he had it was a
The
weapon.
Kumite, that's right. No, that was Kickboxer, Tong Po, bro.
Yeah.
I just watched that last night.
Ponytail.
That's a bad motherfucker. Like, he was real too. Like that, he was like Tong Po as himself. I was like, all right, this is a bad motherfucker.
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah, he played himself. Yeah.
Oh, that dude was, ooh. He came back in the second one.
He did not
Got
trust
that hair
anyone
whip.
else
Yes.
to play him.
They're like,
Kickboxer.
No, it's me. I'm
Fantastic.
playing me. I am this guy. I will kill you with this hair.
So funny that we're talking about, because we were talking about Kickboxer and then what was the other one?
Bloodsport.
Bloodsport. So
Classic.
Jean-Claude Van Damme lives in Chatsworth, California, where where close to where originally I'm from, and my dad does his lock work. My dad has a locksmith business in L.A. and he goes to this country and restaurant. I didn't realize this dude was like 5'1".
Yeah, he's small.
He is tiny. It's
Van Damme.
Jean Van Damme. He's literally like he's like 5'1", 5'2".
No.
Paul, I swear to. So I'm in the bathroom and my dad goes, yeah. He's like, we went there when I was kind of working for him, living down there. He's like, we'll go there every day. He's like, he'll show up. So and my dad's got his phone number, but that's kind of it's called like the Country and Breakfast on like Topanga Canyon for any listeners in Cali.
Hey, real quick, you sure that your father didn't see him doing a split? I didn't see that he was in split mode.
Like 2 trees. But literally, I went into the bathroom
That's
when
short,
I went in there literally, and I was probably 18, 19 at the time, so this was years ago, and I was kind of taking a piss and standing there, and I look over and I was like, "Are you Van Damme?" And he was like, "Yeah, man." He has this little Dutch accent, little short dude, and I was like, I mean, you can see me, like, I'm not tall.
Austria. Is Austria Dutch?
I think he's Dutch.
Dutch?
I think so.
Yeah, Austria
I don't
is,
know. Fact check me out there if you
Okay.
can. But he was a little tiny dude, and he was like, "Oh yeah." And I said, my dad out here does your locker." And he goes, "Oh, Ron." And I was like, "Okay." So my dad wasn't lying. So he walked out and he kind of signed some autographs for my brother and I. But
So you
he was
actually
awesome.
stood next to him.
Literally, he was this urinal, and I was in this urinal, and I was like, bro, I was like, you ain't even taller than like 5'1", 5'2". I mean, I'm 5'6", maybe 5'7" on a good day in heels.
And he was shorter than you.
He literally was a little bit shorter than me at that time.
Really?
And I mean, he was, yeah.
I could see him being small, because
Yeah, but I mean,
But they always put him next to like small actors. I was asking him, I was like, yeah. I was like, but then he went what he did in Kickboxer was the dude from Nerds. Remember Ogre?
Yeah.
I'm not your pal, dick face. Like, that dude. And I was like,
that was Bloodsport. They were
Bloodsport. I'm sorry, it was Bloodsport. You're right. And he goes, that's a big fucking guy. That guy. So like, I mean, he had like, I mean, he went literally to his car. He had like an old school 2-door Mercedes back then. He just had pictures like his picture. He just signed like a bunch of stuff for like all the kids. And I was like, you carry your own autograph shit? I was like, all right, that's
how you
that's
could
cool.
tell what year he stopped making money. It's a,
Right.
It's a 96.
I was like,
when I met Lou Ferrigno at the Olympia, and he had a little stand, and then I went up because he had a shirt. I would have bought a shirt if you signed it. But you buy the shirt and then you pay an extra $30 for Lou to sign it.
Nice.
So I'm like, no, I'm not buying the shirt.
Yeah, it was
Sorry,
like,
Hulk.
Catch you on the
sorry.
flip side, bro.
Yeah.
Like you were good. You were good for a little bit.
That was, the funny thing with one of my friends was the bondsman that bailed out OJ, and we were like got to talk. He was like telling me about like he was talking to OJ, and he was like, bro, like why were you stealing your own autograph back?
Like your own shit.
Like you just sign more shit,
Right.
Just like he was like telling like in his office and OJ, I'm like, well, you talking to the juice like that? Like he's a big ass dude. Like he's hella violent. He killed people with his hands.
Like literally.
I mean, I don't want to get into the whole did he do it and stuff because of course he fucking did it. You know what I mean?
Of course.
But like, he killed 2 people with his hands. I mean, there was a knife involved, but that's super aggressive, violent.
Right,
But, like, he's like, yeah, man, I don't understand. Like, why are you fucking so stupid? You could have just like, now he probably exaggerated a little bit, but I don't think he did because he's kind of stupid to to say.
Right.
But he's like, you were stealing your own autograph. You know, and then he said he was like mocking him, like, here, look. And he's like, signing. He's like, see, you can have it.
Sign right here on the bail paperwork.
So, like,
Here's an affidavit.
He also was trying to get his trophy, the Heisman Trophy back.
Yeah, there was some. That was the
that,
thing,
yeah.
you know. But it was just like he was just being a dick to him, you know. And then like
Wow.
you said, like, and then he finally, when he did his bail packet, he goes, "What's this autograph for?"
Wow. Yeah.
You know, like
Say something, flight risk, motherfucker. Go ahead.
You know, so I don't know. It's people are the celebrities and
Crazy,
I can't believe Van Damme's 5'2".
bro. He's yeah.
You know what though? I just for
I
some
could be.
reason,
I mean, I could be exaggerating, but I mean, I remember he was littler than me. Well,
Most actors are definitely shorter than you would perceive them.
it's like Stallone. I heard Stallone wasn't big either.
Stallone's like 5'7".
Yeah, yeah. He's other.
I heard
Yeah.
Cruz is like in the 5.
Oh
7,
yeah, Cruz
5,
is
6,
Cruz is
whatever.
small too.
You know, not to get into, you know, I don't want to disrespect any
I mean,
Scientologists.
Don't get me started on
Rocky
Scientology.
4, like when you see Stallone staring up at Dolph Lundgren,
Yeah.
like that's a real height difference.
yeah.
That's real. Like,
And it made Dolph look huge.
Yeah, and Dolph Lundgren
Massive.
is about. He's a little taller than me. I think I'm like 6'3". I think he's like 6'4", 6'5".
Oh, really?
Dude, he's like a rocket scientist. He's got like some civil crazy engineering degree. Dolph Lundgren. He's like smart as shit.
How do you know that?
Because it's just random fact, random use of shit I got going
Just
on,
make
bro.
that up.
I'll look it up, bro. I'll look it up because I have a topic on fact check if we get to that. But what do you have on there today? You got anything good?
I don't really, you know, I just no. We kind of just breezed right through it.
I got some stuff we can talk about. I looked up some stuff that I thought was pretty interesting this
What do
week.
you got?
This shit's crazy because as social media as we are today, I didn't think this had to exist. But Paul, I'd love to hear what you had to say on this. Apparently, I saw this article on Mashable.com. It is how to live your life Facebook free. I was like, is
Off
this
the grid?
Like not even off the grid? No, just like without like specifically Facebook. And this article goes. It has a 4-step, like step-by-step process on how to wean yourself like fucking coffee. Like I can't do it anymore, bro. I'm freaking. The first step was I couldn't believe this even had to exist for some people. One was how to delete your account. 2 was your social life after Facebook, like recreating yourself and like staying active, being productive, and like talking and meeting new people.
Right.
Because it's crazy if I mean I've seen it in newspapers, like on the comic section. Literally, it's how society has changed to where everybody's on the cell phone at dinner, like before.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of like where they're more leaning to. The third step was staying informed of what's going on, like via news, radio, hint, and newspaper was like. But the last thing was it's a chore, and I found this pretty interesting because it's almost like you're on Facebook so much that it's a chore to get on there, and then they kind of break down the website how much time you've actually wasted like on Facebook. Rather, I mean, it was astronomical. I didn't put that in there, but it was insane to see how much. I mean, people were going on there almost like 6 to 7 hours a day they were wasting on Facebook, and I was like, how do you work?
The biggest thing, like, you know, to give you like some sort of a relationship, it would be a mistake for them to report those numbers to you, because when I used to play like Xbox, you have like an Xbox One account,
Okay.
and at the end of the month you get an email that says, you know, how much time you
Jesus.
spent on Xbox. And I remember one time I got it and I quit. I was like, fuck it.
It's like counterproductive.
Yeah, I was like, how
you're like,
embarrassing. I was so embarrassed. I was like, I don't want my wife to see it.
like I spent 12 days.
Dude, it was like 25, dude, it was 100 hours a
I
month.
think I showered
God,
for 3 days.
Dude, 100 hours a month one month. I spent playing fucking Call of Duty on Xbox, 25 hours a week.
God, that's right.
That's
You were
more than a part-time
that's
job.
right.
That's almost, you know, like
You were
I
on
said,
the call. Yeah, you got me sucked into Call of Duty. That's right. I remember a
you know,
couple
what
times.
it was I had my old bail bond office, and that's why I don't have like TVs and shit in here anymore.
Yeah.
You know, because we would go to work, and I would have like my employees would clock in and then come play Call of Duty for 8 hours. You know what it's like? And then like after I'm like, what a great job for them.
Yeah.
You know, and then like they would leave and I'd be stuck for 2 hours after work, like finishing all their work and shit. You know, but like so like if Facebook had something that like,
Gave it out to you like, dude, you've been on
you know,
here
like
this
a
long.
timer or something,
yeah.
like that would be a huge mistake.
Oh, huge, bro. Like I remember we did the pizza shop.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just crazy. But
Me personally, I can easily be off Facebook and social media. I was never on it until I started the business.
business, yeah,
Never-
because it's such great
Because
marketing.
honestly, it is. I'd be.
It's hard to get away from.
As a business owner, especially a small business owner, I pretty much do everything. Like it'd be stupid on my part not to be
Yeah.
promoting my
Social media is like a free website, a free.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't.
Killed guerrilla marketing.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, absolutely. But at the same time, if I for some reason wasn't doing this business, I'd be off in a second. Because honestly, I'm the opposite of what I see on shit I see on Facebook and Instagram. It makes me mad, so I start looking at things that make me more angry. There's a lot of truth behind the name of my coffee. Like I'm looking, I can't believe this how self-absorbed people are, and in the fitness world, it's even worse, dude.
Oh my
You
God.
go on someone's Instagram
imagine.
page, it's 2,000 pictures of them in a bathroom every day. You know what I mean? It's
Like, come on, man. Like
God
one's
forbid,
good.
God
Like
forbid, it's
one's
They're not
good.
even in posing classes yet.
no.
Like just
If
walk
they-
around like in a pose.
If they actually do something, then that's on there too. So
Yeah.
it's
Oh, man,
it's
I can only
insane.
imagine.
It's insane to me, but I try to block it out. And I was on like it was. I'm divorced, and it was a big issue with me in my prior marriage because like, she became addicted to it, and that's all she would do was beyond that form relationships with other people. And then,
That's common.
Oh yeah,
That's common. Like,
she'd
I've had a
look at me,
lot of
she'd be,
people-
like, mad at me. I wasn't home for something. I'm like, why? So I could come home and stare at you on fucking Facebook for 3 hours?
Even in older couples, like if there's like stay-at-home moms. I mean, there was like this Farmville thing going on for a while on Facebook. I go, what the fuck are these like ladies doing? And it was causing a lot of controversy. Like you're on your computer or your phone more than I'm even here, and like I'm the one coming home like say hello, like oh hey, nope, they're too busy on their phone.
That's a real thing, and I think
It's a very real
It's
thing.
a huge component in divorces and separations. In relationships nowadays. But I also think we're all like this isn't going away.
No,
It's not like Facebook,
way for the future.
Instagram, and
It's
Twitter,
like-
all this crap is going away. It's only getting worse. So we're going to have to adapt, and the younger generations coming up, it's going to be a no-brainer for them for being a relationship, and everyone's on a computer or phone all day. Like, it's not a thing with them. They don't care.
You would hear like in the 80s, the big complaint was like, well, he's not listed.
Yeah.
You know, like he's not in your white pages. You know, he's not listed. You know,
Same
that's
thing,
like
just
what
worse now.
Facebook is like your white page listing. You
Yeah.
know, like why aren't you on? You know, like you said, if I didn't have the bail bond office, you know, because I get people from like high school and junior high will be like, you know, there's just people know I'm in the bail bond business, so you know, I get like these crazy, you know, inbox messages. Hey, remember me from school? And then, sure, just bring the fucking money down. You know,
Wow.
Hey, old
Wow.
man. You know what I mean? You know, but even like
Customer service at its finest.
It's even killed like the high school reunion. Like, why would I go to my high school reunion? I see all these fucking people every day.
Right.
You know, where before the high school reunion was like because you haven't seen anyone.
Yeah. Right.
It was the whole point of a high school
You know,
reunion.
now
It's kind of
like high school,
gone.
you're like, I see you motherfuckers like every day. Like
The only reason you
cool.
would go if you want to
Is to post it on Facebook.
Yeah, exactly. Or you want to see the filters if the girls that put all these filters on
With the
themselves,
duck
they still look
faces and shit like.
I
How many
haven't
different
seen
poses of the
below-
duck face can you do?
I haven't
Like,
seen below her collarbone. You know, no, I don't know. I could if I didn't have this business, and I always got to be careful what I put on social media too, because you know I've been bounty hunting for over 10 years now, and there's a lot of people out there that might not like me. You know, I may have kicked a couple doors down, taken some people to jail. You know, so I don't want them knowing like, oh, I'm eating sushi at this fucking sushi place Friday at 8 o'clock.
Well, you know, like when I'm,
Got him.
Yeah.
I'm honestly, I'm obsessed with posting for my business every day.
Yeah.
I make sure I
And-
post
but
at least.
that's-
once a
That's
day.
good.
But that being said, when I go somewhere for leisure time, I don't even. It's not even in my head to pull out my phone and take a picture or video something. I go to a lot. Like I'm not so much now, but I used to go to a ton of concerts.
Yeah.
I never thought once of pulling out my phone to video the concert while I'm at the concert.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't get that.
I gotta say, I did that once. I'll be
No, I'm not.
honest,
But that's just. It's not in me to do that. So
yeah, it's crazy. Your flashlight now has become the lighter. You go to hey, take your phone out, put your flashlight up.
Exactly.
Like, come on, man.
But like you said, you're out to have fun, not be on. You know, like, and you sit like, how much fun are you having?
Right.
You know, like how
Right.
much fun you have,
Right.
like what did you have to invite all 900 of your fucking friends to? And the big thing too is like when I hang out with like my younger cousins or like I would say like 25 and under, they're always fucking live, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Like everything's a fucking like no, you don't have your own show.
Right.
No one gives a shit about like what the fuck
Right.
like,
Everyone's live now.
everyone's
Yeah.
live.
Everyone's
and
live.
it's
Like it's crazy.
You know?
I know we mentioned rock and roll. Just a quick shout out. I know Chris Cornell unfortunately hung himself,
man,
but
that's really-
rock
but I heard
legend
the
gone.
way- they haven't really secured why he died.
He hung himself. They said.
I heard that, but is that
Ativan. I
And
have it around here. Yeah, they said that he would take an Ativan.
okay?
he was all. And he's been messed up for years, but what a great vocalist and been in numerous
that's really
great
a shame,
bands.
man.
Chris's
As-
family believes he may have taken his life while under the influence of Ativan, that he had no plan or desire to commit
What is
suicide.
Ativan, like an antidepressant or something?
Probably something like that, yeah.
Something that fucks you up, apparently.
Which makes me say, don't take Ativan.
Yeah, hey, note to self, listeners. By the way,
antidepressants cause suicide.
Yeah.
I don't think you should.
instead of antidepressants, just Angry Joe coffee. How about that?
Don't
Little?
perk up, be happy. Go, If you gotta beat someone up, just go beat him up.
Yeah,
Right.
just give him an open hand. It's different when it's open hand and a closed fist. Two different things.
True story.
Yeah, it said he used like a piece of red, like therapy rubber band, and it was in the
Yes,
hotel room.
something crazy. It was right. It was like I heard it was 2 hours after a show.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never listened to Soundgarden.
That's right. Yeah, you put on.
I don't know. Like I don't. So what I do is I did a little bit of research. I was like, I'll see what his top YouTube videos are.
Because he commented on my Facebook.
YouTube's like YouTube Britannica. It's like my encyclopedia. And if it's not on YouTube, it's not legit. So
Yeah.
I was like, I remember hearing some of his songs. Some of them are like, the song.
Black Hole Sun, Sound with
My
Soundgarden.
favorite are Outshine and Rusty Cage. They're like back to back. You gotta listen to those two songs.
Yeah,
They're
like we had Spoon Man, which of course
Spoon Man's
Spoon Man's fantastic. But then he
lost
went
it.
out and did. I know he went out.
What do you
and,
listen to?
I
I
know
listen to a lot of other
he's
shit.
hip hop. He's hip hop. But he ventured out. For those who don't know, Chris Cornell teamed up with Tom Morello and the bassist from Rage Against the Machine and formed Audio
Actually,
Slave.
the whole band. Brad
Yeah,
Wilk too.
that's right. Yeah, okay. So it was the whole band
love
formed
Audio
Audio Slave. I loved them. It was great collaboration.
I would
with
listen
all
to
of them.
Audio Slave. So you said it's like the Rage guys. That sounds.
It's the Rage guys with Chris
Can't
Cornell as the
expect
front man.
Yeah, but it's not. What was
very-
it? Zach is the lead singer of Rage. What was his
Yeah,
name? Zach.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Tom Morello and the rest of the band. I forget the bassist's name and the drummer.
Timmy C, Brad Wilk.
Timmy C. That's right. And
You're a drummer.
I'm a drummer. I'm actually in a Rage Against the Machine tribute act.
are you? That's
you? I
awesome.
was just
The radical. Oh, hey.
I was like, wait a minute. I was
You
like,
never
what's
know.
on the tail? Wanna see who's cheating?
Yeah, I would not put Paul as a drummer.
Okay, hold on, wait a minute. Before we run out of time, let's plug the band. You want to plug the band?
Well, I plugged the band, but we haven't been actively playing. But when we do play, it's a lot of fun.
Does the band have a social media page?
We have a website.
Okay.
It's GorillaRadioLasVegas.com.
I like it.
Nice. Gorilla Radio.
like
We do have a Facebook page and all that crap. So it's
No, there's no shows coming up though.
we might have something next month in Havasu. Hopefully, and keep my fingers crossed. 'Cause
I'll
for
keep
me,
it
it's
updated,
yeah.
sure, it's a hobby, and when I get to play Rage Against the Machine, man, it's
Love
Keep me
it.
posted. I'll take the trip. That
Yeah,
sounds
yeah,
like
yeah.
fun for sure.
How much time we got? We running low?
Whatever we got. Whatever. I mean, we don't have to cap it off or whatever.
There's one other topic I just thought that was interesting. Shit. My dad is actually on his way to Italy, which made this article even more funnier because I tried to get him to do it. Again, on Mashable.com, I found that Italy is giving away over 300 castles for free. Like, just fucking take them. Like, if you want them, just take them. The stipulation is there's always a stipulation, is that you just have to maintain them and update them to where they're a profitable kind of tourist attraction, but you get the land apparently and the castle, but they just require, some are in rural areas, some are in popular areas, but you just have to have the capital to build them up. But literally, the castle is yours, the business is yours. They just want to make them tourist attractions, kind of build up. So,
what's the current rate on a castle right now?
you know what? They didn't show that. I was looking at it, but it's not like they sell it to you. They just give it to you. Like, you find a castle
So it's like first
that's
come,
older and they need it
first served?
revived.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
pay more than 200 square foot for a castle.
dude, you don't. No, here's
That's
the
my
crazy.
number.
You don't pay anything. Like, you come in, and you say, okay, I'm gonna take
Sounds
you.
like a scam.
No, I'm telling you, it's my dad's looking into
Sign
it.
the contract
Listen, this
saying
is-
that you have to update.
You have to revive it, and so it needs to be. So you kind of have to go in there with a business plan, and say, listen, this is what I want for this property, and then they'll make you the sole owner of the property. You just own it outright, but you kind of have to turn it into a business.
One of the oldest tricks in the book.
Here we go.
Okay,
Here we go.
and an old pimp friend taught me this trick.
An old.
Okay.
Does everybody know what PIMP stands for? Player in management position. Okay.
Listen, okay, an old pimp taught me this trick. I
And
said,
I'm a pimp, all
I
right.
remember I told this, and this is what this reminds me of. I remember I said to this guy, I said, man, don't you spend a lot of money on like plastic surgeries? All your girls have these big fake boobs, and now it's fake butts and stuff like that. But this was before the fake butts. But he said, no, man, you know what I do? He said, I make the John pay for the boobs. And I'm like thinking that's like the castle. Like you're gonna pay for the castle.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're gonna fix it up, and then Italy's gonna take it back. Italy's the pimp. You know what I mean? Italy keeps the girl.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I see that.
That's how I'm
Yeah,
saying.
after all them fix it, they're like, well, we changed our minds. And
They're like, hey, just kidding. Thanks for doing all the work, and now it's ours. Like,
your
you can't.
visa's
Ain't no land
expired.
lease. There ain't no land lease. Ain't no
We're just
land
gonna fucking
contract.
Deport you. You know what I mean? So that's how I figure. Right when you said, I was like, there's got to be a hustle here somewhere. So that's unrelated to is that my old pimping friend.
Well, all right, at least we got that away. I thought that was it.
It wasn't Booty T though.
Oh man, that's going back.
I've yet to buy a home in my life.
Yeah.
But I feel like if I could have the money, the capital to go live in a castle,
Yeah.
I would do
Fucking
that.
castle.
Just think of how much
Build a moat around with the drawbridge.
Think how much
Fuck yeah.
tail you would get if you told a girl that you had a castle.
Yeah.
In Italy, like, listen, bitch, we're going to a castle in Italy. It's mine. Now, there might be some miniature golf around there, but hey, it's mine.
Be careful of the dragons.
You're gonna need social media because I've seen those castles. They're out in the middle of nowhere. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna have.
They're very rural.
I mean, granted, the girl will never return home.
Yeah.
Well, say, hey, you got her there. It's her job to get back.
She's gonna have to grow some fucking Rapunzel hair to get him out of there.
And climb your ass down.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess look into it. Let's go. I'll go to Italy and take over.
I told my dad's on his way right now. So I said, listen, do the right thing when you're out there, bro.
If you guys go, all I wanted part of, I just want to wear the armor and hold the sword.
Oh, I'm bringing. Hey, I'm gonna bring Angry Joe coffee out there. Like $17 for one of these.
So
'Cause I don't know what the exchange rate is, but out there. But
I'm gonna cap it off. But so we had Angry Joe coffee here. It's angryjoe.co, right?
Yep.
And you can get it. You could go to Greens and Proteins to pick it up if you're local.
Yep.
If not, you got to order it online. And I do want to see the next ad. I want to see a barista, a man bun, and a romper.
gotta see a barista,
So
bro.
You need me to fit all those into one ad?
can we fit them all into one ad?
Can.
Or one of the three. But if you can fit all three into one ad,
What about a barista who is wearing a man or has a man bun is wearing
Oh,
a romper
dude.
apron,
But you gotta
open
shake.
back
Oh,
romper
open back?
open.
back romper apron.
With the fucking open back again, this guy.
But no, that's it. Kool-Aid, thanks for coming as always.
Anytime.
Paul to fucking bone. Is that what it was?
Paul, it's a motherfucking bone. Good to meet you,
thanks
brother.
for coming in. We love the product. And that's our show this week. Thanks for tuning in.
Later.